Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the important 2 mark question and answer from the subject electronic circuits to then the topic is from the second unit. Okay, so the second unit it's a sinusoidal oscillators. So from the sinusoidal oscillators we are going to discuss the important and repeated ANA University 2 mark questions. Okay, so in the previous video we discussed the 2 mark question and answer as well as the corresponding problems from the first unit, the feedback amplifier. If you want to learn that video means I will give link in the description box, you can refer it. Okay, and if you want to learn other videos related to this electronic circuits subject, okay, that is the third unit, fifth unit problems and fourth unit problems, so I will give link for that playlist in the description box, you can refer it. Okay, so the first question you see, define Barkashan criterion. So this question is a very important question. So you see, this question is asked at 2011, 10, 12, 15, 17, etc. Okay. So this is a very important question. So what is Barkashan criterion, or what are the essential conditions for oscillation? Okay. So both the thing is same only. That is in order to uh, provide. Okay. So in order to generate the sinusoidal oscillation, that circuit must satisfy the two conditions. That conditions are called as Barkashan criterion. Okay, so what is that Barkashan criterion means? The first criteria is that the magnitude of the product of open loop gain and feedback factor is unity. That is the magnitude of A, modulus of A into beta equal to 1, where A is a open loop gain, beta is a feedback ratio. So the product of A into beta is always 1. And the next second Barkashan criterion is that the total phase shift around a closed loop is 360 degree or 0 degree. Okay, that is the angle for this A beta. So modulus of A beta is 1. Okay, similarly the angle for this closed loop gain A beta equal to 0 degree or 360 degree. So these are all the two points that is to be satisfied by the particular circuit in order to generate the sustained oscillation. Okay, so these two conditions are called it as a Barkashan criterion. Okay, then the next one, how does an oscillator differ from an amplifier? Okay, so the difference between oscillator and amplifier. So both oscillator and amplifier, it is a transistor based circuit. Okay, and what is the difference means? The oscillator, it is nothing but a self generating circuit. Okay, that is this oscillator, it will generate their own waveform like a sine wave, square waveform, triangular waveform, sawtooth waveform, and so on, without giving any input signal. Okay, so the oscillator, it generates their own waveform without giving any input signal. But amplifiers are not self generating circuit, they need a signal at the input and they just increase the level of the input waveform. So if you are applying 1 volt means that amplifier amplifies the particular signal and it will give output as a 10 volt. Okay, so amplifier is not a self generating circuit. Oscillator is a self generating circuit. So the circuit, it will generate their own waveform. Okay, and oscillators, it have the infinite gain. Okay, but the amplifiers have the finite gain. And another one, the oscillator uses positive feedback. Okay, so in both oscillator and amplifier, there is a feedback concept is there. So oscillator utilizes the positive feedback, but amplifier uses the negative feedback. Okay, so these are all the difference between the oscillator and amplifier. And the next one, give any two example for high frequency and low frequency oscillator. So this is also a one of the university 2 mark question, November 2017. Okay, so what are the example for high frequency oscillator and low frequency oscillator means? So all LC oscillator, that is LC oscillator means the oscillator uses inductor and capacitor in the feedback network, means that is a LC oscillator. Okay, so what are the LC oscillators we discussed in second unit? Colpitts, Hartley, Crystal, and clamp oscillator. These are all the example for high frequency oscillator. That is, this oscillator is generating the high frequency signals and radio frequency signals in the range of kilohertz and megahertz. Okay, and low frequency oscillators are RC oscillator. If the oscillator in the feedback network, that the feedback network uses resistor and capacitor, means that is said to be the RC oscillator. So RC phase shift, Wein bridge, and twin T oscillator, these are all the examples for the low frequency oscillators. Okay, then the next one, state the frequency for RC phase shift oscillator. So in this unit, we discussed the six different oscillator: RC phase shift, Wein bridge, then Hartley, Colpitts, Clap, and Crystal. So for each oscillator, you should know the frequency of oscillation formula and the condition for oscillation formula. So that is a very important 2-mark question. And using this frequency formula and the condition formula, so we may get the 2-mark problem also. Okay, so the problem also important, 2-mark problem in this unit. So here the question you see, state the frequency for RC phase shift oscillator. So for RC phase shift oscillator, the frequency of oscillation is F equal to 1 by 2 pi RC root 6. Okay, where R and C is the resistor and capacitor used in the feedback network of this RC phase shift oscillator. Okay, then the next question, draw the block diagram of oscillator. So this is also one of the university question. Okay, block diagram of oscillator. So the oscillator is constructed with one basic amplifier with some positive feedback. Okay, so the basic amplifier with a positive feedback network. Okay, so this is the block diagram of oscillator. So this oscillator, for oscillator, we don't give any external input signal. Okay, so we are applying only the supply voltage, DC supply voltage. So using this positive feedback concept, this amplifier with this positive feedback concept, it produces their own sinusoidal waveform as the output. Okay, so the basic amplifier with positive feedback network. This is the block diagram of oscillator. And next question, what are the advantages and disadvantages of RC phase shift oscillator? So this question is also an important question. 3 times this question asked the RC phase shift. So the advantages of the RC phase shift oscillator is, it is best suited for generating fixed frequency signal, especially in audio frequency range. Okay, so RC phase shift oscillator is used to generate audio frequency signals. Okay, and it is a fixed frequency oscillator. Okay, so if you want to construct a, if you want to generate 1 kilohertz signal, means we may use this RC phase shift. Okay, then it requires no transformer or inductor, so that's why it hence less bulky. Okay, so it don't need any transformer and inductor. If in one circuit, if inductor or transformer is available, means that circuit is a bulky. Okay, but here in feedback element, we are using only the simple 3 resistors and 3 capacitors. So that's why this is not a bulky circuit. That is one of the advantage. And it is a simple circuit. And it provides pure sine waveform output is possible here. So in RC phase shift, we can get the pure sine waveform. Okay, these are all the advantages of RC phase shift. And what are the disadvantages means, it requires a high beta transistor. Okay, so high gain. Okay, in order to construct the RC phase shift oscillator, we required a high gain transistor. And the next one, these oscillators are not suitable for high frequency operation. Okay, so already you know, in order to generate high frequency, mainly we are using LC oscillator. This RC oscillators are used to generate only the audio frequency signal. So these oscillators are not suitable for high frequency operation. Okay, and another one, the frequency of oscillation cannot be changed easily. Okay, that means this RC phase shift is used as a fixed frequency oscillator only. Okay, if we want to vary the frequency of operation, means we have to simultaneously vary the 3 capacitor or 3 resistors in the feedback network. Okay, if you want to vary the frequency, means, so in RC phase shift, in feedback network, we are using 3 resistor and 3 capacitor. Okay, 3 cascaded connection of RC network. So in all 3 resistor value we have to change, or all three capacitor value we have to change. Okay, so that's why there is another one disadvantage. Okay, so these are all the advantages and disadvantages of RC phase shift oscillator. And the next one, what is sustained and damped oscillation? Okay, so sustained oscillation means if the oscillator produces the constant amplitude, constant frequency, like this means, so this is said to be the sustained oscillation. Okay, so constant amplitude, constant frequency, if it produces means that is sustained. So the electrical oscillations in which the amplitude does not change with the time is called sustained oscillation. It is also called as undamped oscillation. Okay, then what does damped oscillation mean? The electrical oscillation in which the amplitude decreases. Okay, so initially it is having the higher amplitude. Then when time increases, the amplitude decreases. This is called as a damped oscillation. Okay. Then the next question, what is the frequency of oscillation and condition for oscillation for RC phase shift oscillator? Okay, so the frequency of oscillation, that is the frequency generated by the RC phase shift oscillator. The formula is 1 by 2 pi RC root 6, where R is a resistor used in feedback network, C is a capacitor used in feedback network. Okay, and the condition to maintain the sustained oscillation for RC phase shift oscillator is beta equal to 1 by 29, where beta is a feedback ratio. Okay, or beta is 1 by 29, or the gain of the amplifier is greater than 29. Okay, so this is the condition for maintenance of oscillation in RC phase shift. And the next question, write the feedback factor expression for the BJT based Wein bridge oscillator. So for a Wein bridge oscillator, the condition we have to maintain it as the feedback factor beta is equal to 1 by 3. Okay, so for RC phase shift, beta equal to 1 by 29. For Wein bridge, the feedback factor we have to maintain is a 1 by 3. Okay, 1 by 3. So this is also one of the university question. And the next one, what is the frequency of oscillation and the condition for oscillation for Wein bridge oscillator? Okay, so for Wein bridge oscillator, the frequency formula is 1 by 2 pi RC. Okay, and the condition to maintain the sustained oscillation is beta equal to 1 by 3. Okay, frequency is 1 by 2 pi RC. Beta is the feedback ratio is 1 by 3, or the gain of the amplifier is A is greater than 3. Then the next question, what is the necessary condition for Wein bridge oscillator to have a sustained oscillation? Okay, so this is also a 2003 question. So if what is the necessary condition for Wein bridge to have a sustained oscillation? So already you know the condition for maintenance of sustained oscillation is for Wein bridges, the feedback factor equal to 1 by 3, or the gain of the amplifier is greater than 3. Okay, so the oscillation it must satisfy the following condition. One is the voltage gain of the amplifier must be at least 3. Okay, and that network can be with a non-inverting amplifier. Okay, so that's why in Wein bridge oscillator we are using 2 stages of CE amplifier in cascade. Okay, so in order to provide the non-inverting amplifier concept. Then the input resistance of the amplifier must be high compared to R. Okay, that's why the overloaded problem is not occurred in that Wein bridge oscillator. And the output resistance of the amplifier must be low. Okay, so these are all the necessary condition for Wein bridge oscillator to have a sustained oscillation. Gain is greater than 3, or beta is 1 by 3. The network can be non-inverting. Input impedance is very high. Output resistance, it should be low. The next question, what are the advantages and disadvantages of Wein bridge? Okay, the very greatest advantage of the Wein bridge is it provides a stable low distortion output. Okay, so it provides a stable output and a low distortion sinusoidal output over a wide range of frequency. Then the next one, the frequency range can be selected simply by using the decayed resistance box. Okay, so in feedback network, we are using the component resistor and capacitor, if we want to vary the frequency, we can alter either resistor value or capacitor value by the use of a decayed resistance box. Okay. Then the frequency of oscillation can be easily varied by varying the capacitance C1 and C2 simultaneously. Okay. So this is the advantages of Wein bridge. Then the disadvantage is that the circuit needs two transistors and a large number of other components. So that is a disadvantage. Okay, the circuit needs two transistor and large number of other components, and the maximum frequency output is limited because of amplitude and phase shift characteristics of amplifier. Okay, so these are all the disadvantages of the Wein bridge oscillator. The next question, a Wein bridge. So using this formula for Wein bridge and RC phase shift, we are going to solve the important 2-mark problem now. So you see the question, a Wein bridge oscillator is used for the operation at 9 kilohertz. If the value of resistance is 100 kilo ohm, what is the value of capacitor? So this is the April-May 2011 question. Okay. So what are the given data first? For Wein bridge oscillator, the frequency is given as 9 kilohertz. The resistance is given 100 kilo ohm. So the question is we have to find the capacitor value. Okay. So in order to find out the capacitor value, so you know the frequency of oscillation for Wein bridge. What is the formula? F equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. So in this formula, F you know, R you know, C we have to find out. So using this, you just rearrange this formula. If you are rearranging, we can get C equal to 1 by 2 pi R into F. So 1 by 2 pi R, what is R? 100 kilo. So 100 into 10 to the power 3. And frequency is 9 kilohertz. 9 into 10 to the power 3. Okay. So using calculator, you just solve this. We can get the answer is 176 picofarad. So here 176 into 10 to the power minus 12. So minus 12 is called as picofarad. So this is a one question. Okay. Then the next problem, in Wein bridge oscillator, if the value of R is 100 kilo ohm, frequency of oscillation is 10 kilohertz, means find the value of capacitor. Okay. So similar to the previous problem here, the frequency value in previous problem, the frequency 9 kilohertz given, R is 100 kilo ohm. Here the frequency 10 kilohertz and R is given. Okay, so similarly you just substitute R value and F value, you just calculate the capacitor value as 159 picofarad. Okay, then the next question, what are the applications of a ring oscillator? So a ring oscillator, you know, that is the odd number of NOT gates are connected in cascade. Okay, odd number, that is 3 NOT gates or 5 NOT gates or 7 NOT gates are connected in cascade, and we have to give the feedback. Okay, the output of the last NOT gate is given as an input to the first one, means this is said to be the ring oscillator. So the applications of ring oscillator is, it is used in PLL based frequency synthesis circuit, and it is used in various communication system, and in that is random number generator. Okay, so it is used in hardware random number generator. We are using this ring oscillator, and in data clock recovery circuit for serial data communication, we are using this. Okay, and in low cost and low power consumption application in ICs, we are using this. Okay, so these are all the applications of a ring oscillator. Then the next question, define piezoelectric effect. So you know the piezoelectric effect, it is a main thing. This is the effect happening in crystal. Okay, so there are different crystals are there, quartz, tourmaline and rochelle salt. So in crystal there is a property is that one is, if you are applying some mechanical force to that crystal, means across the crystal some electrical voltages are generated. Okay, or in the crystal we are applying some electrical voltage, means that crystal vibrates. So that effect is called as piezoelectric effect. Okay, so you see the piezoelectric effect means under the influence of mechanical pressure, the voltage gets generated across the opposite faces of the crystal. Okay, this is the one thing. That is, if mechanical force is applied in a way to force the crystal to vibrate. That is, the AC voltage generates across it. Okay, this is the first thing. Or inversely, the crystal is subjected to AC voltage, it vibrates, causing the mechanical distortion in the crystal shape. Okay, so that effect is called as a piezoelectric effect. Okay, if mechanical forces applied across the crystal, some AC voltage is generated. Our AC waveform, AC signal is given as an input, the that is the vibrations is happening. Okay, so that is called as a piezoelectric effect. Draw the equivalent circuit of crystal. So this is also an important 2-mark question. So the crystal, so this is the symbol for the crystal. Okay, in between two metal plate, we are placing some definite size crystal. So this is the electrical equivalent circuit of crystal. Okay, so internally how it behaves means it behaves like a RLC circuit, resistor, inductor and series capacitor parallel with one mounting capacitor. This is the electrical equivalent circuit of crystal. So this is the important 2-mark question. It's a May 2019 as well as 2 more time this question is asked. Okay. What is the principle behind the operation of crystal oscillator? Okay, so in crystal, what is crystal oscillator means? In LC oscillator, instead of any one inductor or capacitor, we can use the crystal. Means that is said to be the crystal oscillator. So in crystal, the effect is piezoelectric effect is there. Because of the piezoelectric effect, so it is generating the two resonant frequency. One is series resonant frequency, another one is parallel resonant frequency. Okay, so at the series resonant frequency, the crystal appears as a resistive in nature. Okay, so that's why the impedance is minimum. So you know the resonance concept. At that resonant frequency, the total circuit behaves like a only pure resistive. Okay, you see this is the equivalent structure of crystal. This crystal is internally having resistive effect, inductive effect and capacitive effect, but at only the resonant frequency, all inductive effect, capacitive effect cancelled, so it is acting as a purely resistive. Okay, so then at the time the impedance is minimum. So impedance is minimum means what is the current flow? Current flowing through the crystal is maximum. Okay, this is the concept. So that's why at resonance frequency we are getting the maximum current. Okay, and as the frequency is increased beyond the series resonant frequency, this crystal it appears as a inductive in nature. Okay, similarly for lower than the frequency, the crystal is acting as a capacitive in nature. Okay, so that's why in order to construct the crystal oscillator, we may that is instead of inductor or capacitor, we may use this crystal not to construct the crystal oscillator. Okay, this is the concept principle behind the operation of crystal oscillator. Okay, then the next question, problem. Okay, so we are going to see the two problem. A certain X cut quartz crystal resonate at 400 kilohertz. So the resonating frequency is given. It has the equivalent inductance value 4 Henry, equivalent capacitance value and equivalent resistance value given. Calculate its quality factor. It's a May 2018 question. Okay, so here you see the resonant frequency. It's a 400 kilohertz. Equivalent inductance 4 Henry. Capacitance given. Resistance value given. So the question is to be how to find the quality factor. So you know the formula for quality factor. The quality factor is equal to omega s L by R. Okay, where omega s is the series resonating frequency into L divided by R. And what is omega s? It can be expanded as 2 pi fs L by R. So here L value given, R value given, but fs value we have to find out. So first we are calculating the series resonant frequency. So what is fs? 1 by 2 pi square root of L equivalent into C equivalent. So 1 by 2 pi, what is L equivalent? 4. C equivalent 0.029 pico. Pico means 10 to the power minus 12. Okay. So if you are solving, we can get the answer is 467.29 kilohertz. Kilo means into 10 to the power 3 hertz. Okay. And substitute this fs value in quality factor formula. So you see quality factor Q equal to 2 pi Fs L by R. So 2 pi Fs is 467 kilo into L is 4 Henry divided by R is 500. So the answer is 23,488. Okay, so the quality factor, it's a number. So the quality factor of our given circuit, the crystal is 23,488. Okay, so this is the May 2018 question. Okay, from the crystal oscillator, you can get one question. Okay, and the next one, the quartz crystal has Cm mounting capacitance is 1 picofarad, inductor value 3 Henry, series capacitance 0.05 picofarad, R is 1 kilo ohm. Calculate the series and parallel resonating frequency. So you know, in crystal there are two resonating frequency. One is series resonating frequency, another one is parallel resonating frequency. So what is the series resonating frequency formula? Means 1 by 2 pi square root of Ls into Cs. That is, you know, in crystal there are, this crystal it will access a series RLC as well as the parallel LC circuit. Okay, so using this series LC we can get one resonant frequency, and parallel LC we can get another one resonant frequency. Okay, so the series resonating frequency is 1 by 2 pi square root of LCS. Okay, this is series capacitor. So 1 by 2 pi, what is L? 3. CS is 0.05 pico into 10 to the power minus 12. So if you are calculating, the answer is 410.936 kilohertz. Okay, and if you want to if you want to derive the parallel resonating frequency, Fp equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of Ls into C equivalent. Okay, so here the C equivalent is the parallel combination of the series capacitor and the parallel capacitor, mounting capacitor. So here the series capacitor is 0.05 pico, mounting capacitor is 1 pico. So you just take the parallel combination. So 0.05 into 10 to the power minus 12 into 1 into 10 to the power minus 12 divided by, you just add it. You can get 4.76 into 10 to the power minus 14. So you substitute this value in our formula, we can get 421.085 kilohertz. Okay, so this is the parallel resonating frequency of the crystal. Okay, so these are all the some of the questions from the oscillator. So in this we discussed RC phase shift, Wein bridge and crystal oscillator. So the remaining part, Hartley, Colpitts, Clamp oscillator, we will discuss in the next video. Okay, so these are all the important 20 questions from the 3 oscillators. Okay, so maximum questions is asked in the non-university question paper. So these problems are, it's a 4-mark problem and 6-mark problem. Okay, and if you want to learn the remaining videos related to this electronic circuits too, in my channel, in the name of electronic circuits too, one playlist is there, electronic circuits too, MCQ, one playlist is there. Okay, so in that already I posted third unit problem, 5th unit and first unit videos. Okay, so if you want to learn that videos, I will give link in the description box, you can refer it. Okay, so thank you. So thanks for watching my channel, and please subscribe my channel for more videos, and please share this video to your friends also. Okay, thank you. We will meet in the next video.